This doesn't seem to be a very collaborative setup. It's kind of us and them feel. Anyway,
Did you get an agenda?
We are live.
Okay, we're pretty close to 6 o'clock.
6:01.
Okay, good evening. My name is Skip Fink. I chair the Design Review Board, and this is our June 21st meeting. We do have an established agenda. Would you call the roll, please, Katie, for attendance?
Yes. Mr. Vander.
here.
Mr. Rideout.
Here.
Mr. Kinter. Mr. Fink.
Here.
Ms. Burkett. We have a quorum.
Okay, we do have a quorum, and I'd like to first state that we are in consonance with the Freedom of Information Act. We have been appropriately published, and we are on the record. The first item that I'd just like to bring up, Katie, with your indulgence, please, I'd like to welcome Scott Rideout, who's our newest member of the Design Review Board. Scott, if you'll take a second and introduce yourself and your background.
Sure. My name's Scott Rideout. I'm lived in Folly Beach for 2 years now. I retired out of Marine Corps as a civilian with 30 years of service. They were looking to get rid of the old overpaid guys, and I took early retirement and came on down here to live. Spent 30 years there at a variety of positions of management responsibility, and I'm an engineer from Stevens Institute of Technology in New Jersey, mechanical engineer with a master's in technology management. No children, but a few dogs, which I race in a national competitive sport called fly balls. Maybe you'll learn about that some other time.
Interesting. Well, I would like to just add on a personal note that Scott and I do have a similar past. We have heard each other, more me of him than he of me, but because he was a institution at the Marine Corps Systems Command where I spent years as both active duty and a contractor. So we welcome you, sir, and I can attest to your mechanical engineering experience and management. This is it's a wonderful little city that you've learned about, and I'm looking forward to the continued progress that we, as the council, is making with the staff to ensure that it becomes a desirable place to be as it is now. So, Katie, can we, or can I get a motion to approve previous minutes?
So,
I'll second.
Well, you're a great American. Thank you for that. Do we have any comments or revisions to the minutes as were published? Katie sent those out to everyone earlier. Okay, having heard no discussion, Katie, you want to call the roll?
Yep. Mr. Rideout.
Approve.
Mr. Fink.
Yes, approve.
Mr. Vander.
yes.
Okay, Katie, are there any personal appearances?
Nope.
Okay, I don't believe there's any old business.
Not on the agenda.
Thank you. The new business is accelerated review for a sign at 110 East Ashley, the Charleston Golf Cart Rentals.
Yes.
Is Brian dialed in, or?
Brian is not, but I can give you a rundown kind of on his behalf. So this sign was established at 117 East Ashley, which is across the street and east about 2 properties. So it's basically moving catty corner. He's reestablished his business, basically changed land to leasers where he's renting property for his golf cart business just across the street. So to have his sign in compliance, he basically just needs to have DRB reapprove that. It's pictured.
It is the same sign that's been up previously, so, and I assume that there's no encroachment issues. It meets the side requirements for size and height.
Yep.
So it's not an unattractive sign. It's not one that we haven't seen for a while out here. Can I have a motion to discuss accelerated review?
So moved.
Seconded.
Thank you. Joe, any questions or comments that you'd like to make relative to the application?
I can't, just one thing, I can't see how it's anchored into the ground from the pictures, so I'm assuming it's set, you know.
Is it on stanchions, or is it a concrete?
I think it's a freestanding like PVC pipe, so
it looks like it's tied to a golf cart there, is that? Or the golf cart's tied to it? with the
It
lock.
may just be tied onto the pole. I think
Right.
that's a security thing. You
To hold the golf cart.
Right, well, so no one steals this cool sign.
Okay, is that,
Yeah,
so the question
that's
is
fine.
that okay for
Yeah,
it to
that is
be?
no code violation.
Okay.
Got any questions?
No, I just say that it looks like it's in keeping with the other signs in the area.
And the coloring and
Right.
all that kinds of things. Consistent, he's also used the bluish color, which are his golf cart signs. Okay, if there's no further discussion, then we can vote to approve the accelerated review. Would you call the roll, Katie?
Yes, Mr. Fink,
Yes.
Mr. Vandiver,
Yes.
Mr. Rideout.
Yes.
Okay, it's a quorum and approval. Did he only want to move to accelerated? He didn't want to move for final or anything else at the
So
same time?
accelerated is all wrapped up in one. So
Okay.
with this,
Just
this
done.
is the only time you'll see it. And
It
it
should be
is-
done, okay.
yeah.
Is, for staff comments, is there any update on the previous, you indicated in an email that some of the other ongoing activities have pushed a little bit, based on timing, I guess?
Yep, so the architect for St. James Gate, which we saw last month, they're just a little bit backed up, so they couldn't be able to do the revisions, so they should come to us next month for that final
Okay.
review with the revisions that you guys had. We will potentially be having another accelerated review for a sign ordinance for 107 East Ashley. Don't quote me on that. It's where the old barber shop used to be on East Ashley,
Oh, yeah.
and it is
Okay.
now rental liquor pop shop thing.
Yeah, it's got a,
So
yeah.
they were not in compliance with our sign or lighting ordinance, and so we have notified the owner, and they are coming into compliance. So they will
Okay.
bring what their plans are to you guys, once they pass zoning approval, and then you guys can say that it looks good. That's the only thing I have on, my
Is there any update at all on the renovation at 118 East Arctic? He's moving right along with that. That was this big building.
115, yes.
Right, you said like 115.
Yeah, I haven't seen any other permits come through. I think they're trying to do the code compliance stuff since it was condemned structure.
Right.
They're trying to do all that internal work and structurally make it safe before we see any.
I was gonna say, we had asked that he come back with some other things when he got to that point. I just didn't know if you
Yeah.
had any update
Not yet.
where that was. Okay, obviously there's no commission comments, I guess.
Nope.
Let's they've said something with you. There are no citizens present, sir, so we have no citizen comments. This might be right up there in the record of the quickest meetings in the history of the DRB.
It's the longest one I've been to.
There you
Buckle up,
go.
sir, because we've been here for hours before.
No, I know you have and you're anxious to go. Do we have any other business, Katie, that you want to bring or any other comments to bring before the board?
I got nothing.
Okay, can we just discuss 1 second? The next meeting then will still be scheduled for the 3rd Monday of July. Is there no other conflicts there? That'd be the 19th.
That's correct.
All right, please note then, 19th July at the same time, 6 o'clock. And without any further ado, can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved. Seconded.
I think it's unanimous, and we'll just adjourn.
Perfect.
So we'll note that we're adjourned at 6:08 or 6:09, whatever you got on your. Thank you, Katie.